Happy Friday, everybody. I'm hoping everybody has a great week, and it's beautiful springtime in Idaho. Hey, a few things for you this week. First of all, I saw quite a few Facebook posts this week. We all know Facebook. And then some articles online about the foreclosures, all the foreclosures happening in the United States, and the foreclosures are up in the United States. Here are some facts. And I get this from Adam, which is a data miner that gets pretty good facts and stuff like that. So just FYI, there are 84 million home loans out there currently through December of 2023. Of those in January, 3,954 went into foreclosure. So that means the bank actually took it back. So if you divide that out, that's 0.004% of homes in the United States were in foreclosure. And then the big article was foreclosures were up between December and January. Yeah, they will be always up in January because the government typically puts a moratorium on foreclosures in December and November. So the amount of foreclosures that was up, hold on to this, is 400. So that 13% increase in foreclosures over December to January was a total of 400 more in the United States. Now, I can't even get data for Idaho because, and I looked at the HUD Home Store website, which posts foreclosures. There's only three homes on the HUD Store website that are in foreclosure, and those are rough houses. It probably was right that the borrowers gave them back. So anyways, kind of the moral of the story is we are not seeing a major increase in foreclosures in Idaho or in the United States. And this happens for two reasons. First of all, there's a lot of equity in homes right now, and people really are not going to foreclose homes, even short sales. I know of a short sale going on, but the borrowers are still going to get a bunch of equity out of it, and I have no idea why they're short selling. But anyways, second of all, forbearance. The forbearance laws are still on the books after COVID. They haven't removed the forbearance laws. So somebody who's in financial trouble, they can forbearance their loan for God knows how long at this point in time. I know people have forbearance them up to 12 months. So I don't know what the limit is on forbearance, but it's not in the law. So with that, false news. I am not seeing a crash. Now, that could turn tomorrow, don't get me wrong. We could see job losses start in the hundreds of thousands, but at this point in time, we are still seeing a huge shortage of houses. I actually lost a deal last week. My borrowers were sixth in line and we lost out. With that being said, let's talk about solar. We learned a little bit more about solar this week, and I want to kind of educate you guys about solar, especially if you're going to list a house that has solar on it. So first of all, solar is not a great idea, but I'm not going to get on that one there. Let's talk about solar on the facts that if you're a listing agent, you need to see if that solar is owned, leased, or has a loan on it. That's pretty important. Now, all these solar companies will tell people that they don't put a lien against their house. Yeah, technically that's right. They don't put a deed of trust lien against it, but what they do is they put a UCC lien against it, which still has to be paid off. So we had a situation where some sellers wanted to take the solar panels with them. And so they had to get the lien released from it, and then what happened is they were just going to leave all the brackets on the house. No, that doesn't work for us as lenders, and I'm hoping it doesn't work for buyers either. Those brackets need to be taken off, and new shingles need to be put over there. So when you're listing a house, or actually when you're purchasing, helping borrowers purchase a house, let's get the payoffs, because those payoffs could be huge. The payoff we just got, it was for $40,000, and so that put a crimp in how much net proceeds the sellers were going to get. We need to get a payoff. I have to see the payoff through the title company. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have really come out hard on solar recently. Hey, with that, rates were flat this week. It was actually better than anticipated. We actually thought that rates would worsen this week, but the Fed was a little dovish. So rates were fairly flat this week. We have some inflation news and some unemployment news coming out in the next couple weeks that will determine where rates are going to continue to go, but we'll take flat for a while. Hey, with that, it's going to be a beautiful spring weekend. Might be a little rainy in some